This project is situated within a framework of spatial production, design justice, and critical race theory that developed as a response to conversations about appropriate approaches to suburban renewal within my local community. Design serves as a tool to bring these topics to the forefront of conversation, and to do so in a way that directly considers, enables, and values all people. This work not only hopes to facilitate an acknowledgement of the reality of structural racism and inequality in our built landscape, but also to address those injustices through open discourse and collaborative engagement. This project works to explore and develop methods of participatory design that begin to break down barriers and misconceptions, and to provide the space and tools for residents to organize, share, and learn. I began this exploration through observations within my own community, located in the sprawling Atlanta suburban network. I not only noticed some of the inherent physical structural racism built into this landscape, but also the invisible infrastructures that continually reinforce a crumbling cultural framework built on inequality and racist power structures. The traditional suburban typology is undergoing a dramatic shift out of its previous strictly commuter status and into more sustainable places where residents choose to live, work, and play, a trend which has been heightened by the COVID-19 pandemic. Changing demographics has led to increasing social and economic diversity, with new demands coming from older, younger, and previously minority groups. Despite a newfound diversity, the infrastructures in place continue to reinforce the cultural ideologies that led to the inception of the suburban white utopia, which for some continues to create a disconnect between reality versus perceived reality. As this aging landscape faces renewal, projects come along that either simply reinforce the existing issues or implement generic proposals that are not site-specific and do not tackle any of the tangible problems facing suburban communities. As conversations about the reality and the future of these places continues to grow, an opportunity presents itself to facilitate informed participatory design that builds towards equitable and sustainable communities, rather than reinforcing the problematic and racist infrastructures that have defined these spaces. The foundation of this project is human interaction. Through initial interviews, research, and engagement prototypes, I found that the simple act of interaction leads to cultural exposure, knowledge exchange, and a growing understanding. Through working with others and seeing from their point of view, productive conversations begin that start to address the reality of a community's needs in a way that results in a shared knowledge base and informed, self-propelled action. My hope is that a resource like this will provide communities like mine the tools and opportunities to be part of a larger movement towards thoughtful, respectful development in a way that leads to resilience, sustainability, and equity. I am currently in the process of further developing tools for participatory collaborative design that is both community-led and community-driven. Specific design interventions within this space include the tabletop board game and role-play card game developed last semester, along with an area housing resources and information in a library-like setting, opportunities for visitors to leave a physical, written, or illustrated response, a gallery space that can serve as a way to represent and celebrate residents, and a larger public space with rooms for meetings, events, and activities. Representation and agency are key components behind these decisions. Recently, I have been diving into what these interactions might look like, how they are represented in space, and how different spatial relationships alter what can be accomplished within this project. The structure itself is intended to set up and give place to these interactions, to utilize interior space to enter this urban discourse. Though this project is currently being developed within a case study location, a crucial component of this idea is the ability of the structure to be relocated to sites where these discussions are happening. Sites that are the focus of these complex, drawn-out conversations, which often sit in a vacant purgatory for months if not years. Being designed for disassembly in this way also allows this project to serve as a proof of concept for circular construction, material banks, and for healthier spaces, helping to increase exposure to the role building systems play in creating healthier, more sustainable communities.